Can someone tell me if the Pelicans are okay? Because I ain't heard nothing from them. What is happening, my New Orleans sports family? As always, I'm your boy O. And today, I have to do a wellness check on my New Orleans Pelicans because I heard that they did not make a move. So you know what that means. Things are about to get a little bit spicy, baby. First up, Juan Kincaid. And he has an update for us.
Juan Kincaid now joins us with more on the Pelicans' quiet approach to the offseason.
Yeah, on the surface, it looks like the Pelicans have been methodical in their approach to free agency. Only one move made, and that was bringing veteran big man DeAndre Jordan back for one more season. So as they continue to get
does that count as a move?
Play, which tips off on Thursday, by the way. The fact remains that the roster that they've won just 47 games with over the last two seasons is
47.
Only this time, those
over the last two
have
seasons.
A different voice on the bench and the new head coach Jamal Mosley. Yesterday, Mosley was asked about the lack of a roster shakeup, and he said he's happy with what he already has to work with.
He shouldn't be.
There's 30 teams right now that are saying that they compete at a high level. And I think one thing that we want to make sure we do here is we just let our actions do the talking. And I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to work every single night. We're going to play extremely hard every single night. We're going to play together, play for each other. So whatever happens, whether we do something or we don't, I think this roster, when it comes together the right way, is an unbelievable roster that can do some things.
Meanwhile, as for Summer League play, the Pels will open on Thursday against Minnesota. They'll also take on Charlotte, the Phoenix Suns, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. They'll have a fifth game based on how they play in those first four games. You can catch all the Pelicans Summer League games live on the Gulf Coast Sports and Entertainment Network.
So, you are running it back with the same team that bought you 47 wins over the course of 2 seasons. Let me say that one more time, Dr. Umar style. 47 wins over the course of 2 seasons. This place needs an enema. Let's check out News 6. WDSU.
This is the confusing thing about the Pelicans right now. Who and what are they? And that leads kind of to my next question. The West is loaded.
Facts.
Wembanyama and the Spurs are just getting better. Oklahoma City is not taking a step back. They're making moves on the fringes, but their core is their core. And there are other teams in the Western Conference. I know people are jumping on what the Lakers did, losing LeBron. But if it comes together for them, Luka is a superstar, and they are going to outscore a lot of teams.
We don't have a superstar.
Are the Pelicans even in contention with what they have right now?
No. And I think what's crazy is the San Antonio Spurs are younger than the LSU men's basketball team. It's true. And they're only going to keep getting better. And you saw Victor Wembanyama just ascend. He will be the MVP next year, I think.
Well, he should have been MVP last year. You're right. He finished second. He was Defensive Player of the Year. Gilgeous-Alexander. But that's the thing. What move do the Pelicans make that puts them in the same category?
Do you have a move in mind?
No,
always have a move
I
in
do.
mind.
Let me say this. That's the thing. I am holding out hope. I put a tweet up earlier this week. There's a movie Round.
They missed their opportunity.
Matt Damon, John Malkovich, Edward Norton. In Matt Damon's character lulls John Malkovich's character basically into a false sense of security playing poker, and then boom, he hits him with the big move, and it's over. I keep waiting for Joe Dumars. What's the big move? Who loses out on LeBron?
Yeah.
And boom, here's the big move. We did something that makes everybody go, wow. I could almost sell that as Paul George. Maybe I could sell it as Derek White because he's kind of a win now guy. But maybe there's another big move coming that I just don't see. But I agree with what you said earlier. How can you just run it back and ask Jamal Mosley, fix it, dude? Make this team good.
Well, and I think everyone thought Dumars was going to come in and do a bunch of active things and make trades and kind of be a hyper-aggressive guy, and he just hasn't been. And I think that's also, from a fan perspective, you're asking now fans to buy season tickets and come to 41 games at home when you're running it back with a team that won 26 and however 20-something the year before that.
Yeah, and I'll just wrap it up on this. I think that maybe they should have taken a step back. Maybe they should have gone Fears, Queen, gone with assets, gone the route of San Antonio or Oklahoma City. Hey, we're going to play 18 and 19-year-old kids for a while, and we're going to take some lumps, but we're going to get there eventually. I don't think they have an appetite for that. I don't think Gail Benson has an appetite for that. I don't think her leadership has an appetite for that. I don't think Joe Dumars has an appetite for that. So now you're kind of threading the needle.
So we're running it back with the same team. As she said, you expect fans to buy tickets for the same team that failed to get you a winning season 2 years straight. See, they're asking, what is the major free agency move that the Pelicans can make? And they have missed their opportunity. That's right. They should have went after Ja Morant, a move that I feel would vastly change this organization. You could have either had traded Zion Williamson and paired him with Ja Morant, and I feel that the organization would have been better. You know, and I know a lot of you are going to say, dude, get off this Ja Morant train. Well, you will also have to get off the Zion Williamson trade. You know, the player that has been here for quite some time, that has yet to make an impact on this team. Despite his numbers, he does not contribute to winning. The only 2 times the Pelicans went to the playoffs since Zion Williamson has been here has been when Brandon Ingram led them to the playoffs. Zion had nothing to do with that. Nada. Okay? So right now, we're holding on to a player that is not elevating our organization. In fact, his value is going down by the day. Okay? Every season that passed, Zion Williamson is proving to us that he may have been a mistake to draft. I mean, come on. Look at Shai. Okay, OKC, young kid, and I believe he came out in the same draft as Zion. Champion. Already. Jalen Brunson, champion. Victor Wembanyama was in the league for 2 years, and he made it to the finals. Despite him losing, he still made it to the big stage. Zion has been here for 7 years now? Nothing. Jalen Brunson, champion. Jason Tatum, champion. All of these people are superstars. Look at Luka. Even though he's not a champion, he still brought the Mavericks to a finals. Okay? He had his opportunity. He lost it. But at least I can say he has the appetite to win. I don't feel that way about Zion Williamson. So with that being said, this organization needed a fresh start. New players, new direction, and some new defense, new offense, all of that. We need something different. And I feel that Gail Benson and the organization, they're not recognizing that. The only thing they're doing is they're trying to hold on to a dream that simply never came true. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. Let it go. Most teams that has not won anything for this amount of years after drafting a prominent player would have moved on from him already. That's it. Or he would have moved on. I don't know what it is about New Orleans, but Zion seems to be safe. Maybe it's because he knows that we are the only organization that is going to pay him that type of money. I don't know. But right now, I want to be called a champion. I have no time for all of this planning that we know is not going to go anywhere. So with that being said, Pelicans, I do not know what you have in mind, but you best make some moves. Otherwise, you're going to be in the same position that you were in for the last few years. I know a lot of us would talk about 2 years, but the last few years. You need to do something different. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you share. And always remember, let the love on down roulette. That means let the good times roll. But in the comments below, let me know, do you feel that the organization is making moves behind closed doors, Or do you feel that the organization is going to run it back again? Let me know in the comments below.